Detox Trip 6. The guide looks at the trio of women and says, "My mother took care of my grandparents for 10 years when they were sick. As soon as my grandparents died, she started taking care of my father again. I don't know if it's genetic. My father is in bed with a cerebral hemorrhage. I envy you so much when I see you free. I'm 31 years old. I don't want to live like my mother, and I don't want to get married. But when I see you, it makes me want to get married." Asutria says with her serious face, "Who doesn't suffer? You look at me like I'm a woman of leisure. Am I right? It's been 5 years since my husband died. After my only son got married, I became a lonely woman. In the case of Sandanidra, she lived with her parents-in-law for 30 years, and after they died, she had her own time. So we are traveling together. Traveling around the world is our dream. At this age, we're almost done with what we have to do at home. We are going through menopause, and we're feeling sick, and our hearts are empty with empty nest syndrome. Yet, this is the perfect time to make our dreams come true." With a serious look, Asutria tells her how and why she came to Turkey. Some young people say that old people waste money on overseas trips, but we learn new things while traveling, and we can live a year full of energy. I came to Turkey because of the novelist Orhan Pamuk. I wanted to come to Turkey ever since I read a shocking novel called My Name is Red. It is a novel that expresses the conflict between the Islamic doctrine-based miniature painting and the Western painting style that came from Venice. Turkey is located between Europe and Asia, where both countries intersect. Orhan Pamuk wrote this book to show how traditional miniature paintings disappeared with the European style. As historical stories developed through the method of reasoning, I couldn't take my eyes off them from beginning to end. I was thinking about how I could write so that the reader could be immersed in it. So I was amazed all along while reading the novel. Among the 8 men, Antelius sticks out his head. "I'm very interested in Orhan Pamuk. You, my sister, are very good at code and literature, like me. Orhan Pamuk wakes up at 5 a.m. and writes for 10 hours a day, right? I got goosebumps when I heard he was writing, like digging a well with a needle. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2006. I thought I was the only one who recognized him, but now the world recognizes him too. I looked for all of his books to read them. I want to visit the places in his novels." The new bride, Dr. Kadra, sits with her eyes shining brightly. "I realized how much a good novel by a local writer can contribute to a country. I read some exotic names like Anatolia, Istanbul, Damascus in Orhan Pamuk's novels, and I planned a trip. Asutria, I think you'll be a good novelist." Following the words of Dr. Kadra, Sondanadra intervenes. "You can't go around those cities with this schedule. I also bought and read Lee Huson's travelogue to Turkey, and the author has been to Turkey 100 times. Ranza Kadra closes her eyes gently. I decided to leave after reading Goen's poem, A Strange Place. Leave to a strange place, from the old repetition of your days." The 2 lines of Goen's poem are more deeply lodged in my heart than their long story. If my health is good, I want to travel around the world. As my desire to travel around the world sprouts up in my mind, the cells in my body that have been destroyed seem to come back to life. I feel sorry for breaking up the night. The half-hearted travelers opened their minds that were firmly closed. I think back to my nickname, Natalius. I mouth the name a few times. I feel energetic and cheerful. After breakfast, I swallow a fistful of medicine I brought. The passage from the book I read yesterday knocks around in my mind. Have the courage to be happy. When I get on the bus, a robust young man smiles and welcomes me. Hello, my name is Matthew. Now, let's learn how to say hello in Turkish. Merhaba, Matthew. This is the local guide, and her name is Ganji. It means dimple. Let's say hello. Merhaba, Ganji. The bus driver's name is Abelheim. Merhaba, Abelheim. Everyone greets him in a resonant voice. Matthew continues. I lived in Itaewon, Seoul. I was a troublemaker who didn't study and only caused trouble. I barely got passing grades and graduated from college. But of course, I didn't get a job. My parents were well off, so they encouraged me to travel, see the world, and plan for my future. At their recommendation, I jumped on a plane with my backpack without any special plans. I've been wandering here and there for about a year. Then I came to Turkey. Strange to say, I thought this place was a place for me to stay, so I settled down. Studying Turkish history, I read a historical record that Turkey was founded by the same nomadic people who founded Goryeo. A long time ago, Goryeo and Turk were closely related, and that they were brother countries because they had the same ethnic roots. That's why I felt comfortable here. I didn't study at school, but I'm studying Turkish history very hard here. I feel anew that there is a way for him to fly like a dandelion seed and settle where he likes. There is something meaningful and valuable to do somewhere in the global community, even if it isn't in Korea. I am proud of Matthew. In 7th century BC, the Dorian city-state of Megara near Athens was also searching for sites to set up another colony. After asking the oracle of Delphi, the Megarian king Nisos sent his son Visas in search of the land opposite the city of the blind. Looking for the land, he reached the coast of Bosphorus, where the three seas meet, the Black Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Aegean Sea. They built a new city in a fortress that no one had ever seen, and they called it Byzantium, meaning the city of Visas. The Roman Emperor Constantine designated the city as the capital and then called it Constantinople after his name. After that, in 1453, Sultan Mehmed II of the Ottoman Empire occupied it, and it became Istanbul. I think I have seen the city of Byzantium, Constantinople, and Istanbul in my textbooks, but it's only today that it all points to one place. The land in which Turkey is located was the stage of the Bible's Genesis. It is said that Abraham was born here. This is where Adam and Eve lived, and where Noah's Ark was. It's also where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers originated. This was the birthplace of Mesopotamian civilization and the stage of Greek mythology. There were many wars on this land. Different civilizations have clashed in Istanbul through the many wars, including the Persian War, Alexander's conquest, the Crusades, World War I, and World War II. However, now all the civilizations are coexisting. The entire old downtown area of Istanbul is registered as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.